What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Zen Zone Health, your go-to channel for all things health and wellness. Today we're diving into an essential topic that impacts everyone, keeping your liver healthy. The liver is a powerhouse organ, working tirelessly to detoxify your blood, metabolize nutrients, and produce essential proteins. But just like any complex system, the liver can be vulnerable to damage, especially from the foods we consume. So if you're ready to give your liver the TLC it deserves, stick around as we uncover the top 13 foods you need to avoid to keep this vital organ in tip-top shape.
All right, let's kick things off with a big one: fried foods. Now, I know they're tempting, but those crispy, golden brown delights are actually a recipe for disaster when it comes to your liver. Fried foods are loaded with unhealthy fats, particularly saturated and trans fats, that can build up in your liver over time. This buildup can lead to a condition called fatty liver disease, where fat accumulates in the liver cells, impairing its function. Think of it like this. Imagine your liver is like a sponge. When you constantly bombard it with greasy, fatty foods, it's like soaking that sponge in oil. Eventually, the sponge gets clogged and can't absorb anything else. So next time you're craving something crispy, opt for healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, or air frying.
Next up, we're tackling those sugary beverages that seem to be everywhere. We're talking sodas, energy drinks, sweetened juices, you name it. These liquid culprits are packed with sugar, particularly a type called fructose, which can wreak havoc on your liver. When you consume large amounts of fructose, your liver goes into overdrive trying to process it. This overload can lead to increased fat production in the liver, contributing to fatty liver disease. These sugary drinks often replace healthier beverage choices like water, which is essential for liver detoxification. So, ditch those sugary sips and reach for water, unsweetened tea, or infused water with fruits and herbs for a refreshing and liver-friendly alternative.
Let's be real. We all know that excessive alcohol consumption is bad for us. But when it comes to your liver, alcohol is public enemy number one. The liver plays a crucial role in metabolizing alcohol, breaking it down into less harmful substances. However, when you overload your liver with alcohol, it can't keep up. This leads to a buildup of toxic byproducts that damage liver cells, causing inflammation and scarring. Over time, this damage can progress to more serious conditions like alcoholic fatty liver disease, alcoholic hepatitis, and even cirrhosis. Now, I'm not saying you can never enjoy a drink, but moderation is key. If you choose to drink, do so responsibly and within recommended guidelines.
Let's talk about those processed meats that often find their way into our diets: bacon, sausage, deli meats, hot dogs. The list goes on. While they might be convenient, they're doing your liver no favors. Processed meats are typically high in saturated fat, sodium, and preservatives, all of which can negatively impact liver health. The high sodium content can lead to water retention and increased blood pressure, putting extra strain on your liver. So, limit your intake of processed meats and opt for lean protein sources like poultry, fish, beans, lentils, and tofu instead.
Those fluffy white breads and tempting pastries might seem harmless, but they're actually loaded with refined carbohydrates that can spell trouble for your liver. Refined carbs are quickly broken down into sugar, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. This surge in blood sugar signals the liver to produce more insulin, which can lead to fat storage, particularly in the liver. Over time, this excess fat accumulation can contribute to fatty liver disease and increase the risk of other metabolic disorders. So, swap out those refined carbs for whole grain alternatives like whole wheat bread, brown rice, quinoa, and oats.
We all know that too much salt can lead to high blood pressure, but did you know it can also damage your liver? When you consume excessive amounts of salt, your body retains water to dilute the sodium concentration. This water retention can increase blood pressure and put extra strain on your liver, potentially leading to liver scarring and damage over time. So be mindful of your salt intake and try to limit processed foods, fast food, and restaurant meals, which are often loaded with hidden sodium.
Now, I'm not saying you have to give up red meat entirely, but it's essential to consume it in moderation and choose leaner cuts. Red meat, especially fatty cuts, is high in saturated fat, which can contribute to fatty liver disease. Moreover, digesting large amounts of red meat requires the liver to work harder, which can put a strain on this vital organ. So, enjoy red meat in moderation, opting for leaner cuts and smaller portions.
Let's face it, we all crave fast food sometimes. But those convenient meals are often a recipe for disaster when it comes to your liver. Fast food is typically loaded with unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium, a trio that can wreak havoc on your liver health. So, limit your fast food intake as much as possible and opt for healthier, home-cooked meals whenever you can.
Artificial sweeteners might seem like a healthier alternative to sugar, but some studies suggest they can negatively impact liver health. While more research is needed, some studies have linked artificial sweeteners to metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. So, it's best to limit your intake of artificial sweeteners and opt for natural sweeteners in moderation, such as honey, maple syrup, or stevia.
Trans fats are a type of unsaturated fat that can seriously harm your liver. They're often found in processed foods, fried foods, and baked goods, and they can increase bad cholesterol levels while decreasing good cholesterol levels. So, read food labels carefully and avoid products that contain trans fats.
High-fructose corn syrup is a common sweetener found in many processed foods and beverages. Like regular sugar, high-fructose corn syrup can contribute to fatty liver disease due to its high fructose content. When you consume too much fructose, your liver converts it into fat, which can accumulate in the liver over time. So, be mindful of your intake of processed foods and beverages containing high-fructose corn syrup.
Those convenient processed snacks might seem harmless, but they're often loaded with unhealthy ingredients that can harm your liver. We're talking chips, crackers, cookies, and other packaged treats that are typically high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium. So, choose healthier snack options like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, or yogurt.
Canned foods can be a pantry staple, but they often contain high levels of sodium and preservatives that can be harmful to your liver. So, limit your intake of canned foods and opt for fresh or frozen alternatives whenever possible.
That's it for our deep dive into the 13 foods that can wreak havoc on your liver health. By making conscious food choices and avoiding these harmful culprits, you can protect your liver and reduce your risk of developing liver disease. Remember to prioritize a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, and stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water. Your liver will thank you for it.